Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for April 24th, 2026. The character death is silent, and the modifiers are curse run. Whenever you defeat a boss, become cursed. Their strong relic is replaced with curse key, Darkstone Periapt, and Duvidol. Certain feature, the map contains only one path, and night terrors resting at rest side steals 100% of your HP, but costs 5 max HP. A lot of familiar names in the top 20. I'm always happy to see that. First of all, you have Night here, I assume effectively tied with second place together with Gemino. Then third place you have the Dark, fourth place you have Goldberry, fifth place you have Cyberfox, and so yeah, pretty much everybody I know is representing the top 5. That's pretty good. Let's see what I can do here. I do wonder, I suspect, well, let's see if I get lots of duplicate curses. I suspect Highlander is the way to go, right? That could explain a high score. With certain feature, as always, you have 3 question mark rooms, 1 elite, and 1 shop. Yep, let's get started here. So, I mean, likely you won't get more than 6. Oh, wow, this is a hand. Okay. Likely you won't be able to get more than 6 unique curses anyway. All right, well, that was a really bad start. Already taking 4 damage. Who's my final boss, by the way? It is the Slime Mouse. Okay, so I do need to pick up some good attack cards. Here, I unfortunately don't have enough, so let's do 1 defend and then 2 strikes, and I should be able to kill with a single strike next turn. Okay, that was an interesting way to start. Deadly Poison Deflect Dagger Throw. Okay, so Dagger Throw is tempting. I think I have to go for a discard deck because I'm going to probably have a lot of annoying curses, and I would like to be able to get rid of them if I can. Alright, here let's do strike 1, strike 2, then neutralize and defend. Okay. And then here I'm weakened. So, wait, Dagger Throw plus another strike is enough for the backliner. Let's do that. And then let's do 1 defend, another strike, and then 2 more strikes next turn will be enough to kill. Unless I don't get them. Of course I didn't get them. Alright. Well, not happy with how often I'm just drawing a hand with only defense, especially in turns where I don't need them. Escape Plan, Eviscerate, Concentrate. If I have more discard, Eviscerate might be really good. Let's take it also. Once I get more strength with Duvidol, the Eviscerate will be better. Alright, there's my first curse. It smells a bunch of gold. And a shop to spend all of that gold. And I do have a guaranteed shop in 3 floors, so let me maybe not go too crazy. White Beast Statue is interesting. I think I should focus on cards though, right? Bane? It would be better if I had Poison. Here's some Master of a Stab with the curses I have might be problematic. I am also considering just saving all my gold. I'm not a huge fan of any of these, and I have a shop coming up. Yeah, let's save the gold for the upcoming shop. I mean, there was nothing bad in there, but also nothing really amazing, so I think it is fine to save, and hopefully in the next shop I'll have some good stuff to spend my gold on. Alright, let's do Eviscerate. That's enough. Beautiful. Got a skill push and backflip. Is nice with the extra energy I have. Let's take it. And then here, let's upgrade. Try to upgrade the Eviscerate first. That is not a bad idea. That would deal a lot of damage, especially once I have more curses. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is much better. Much, much better. I'm happy I didn't spend any of my gold, because here I would like to... I can't get all 5, but I think Ori is interesting. I don't think I need Akabiko as badly, although it might deal a lot of damage in turn 1, especially with Bag of Marbles. Let's first grab the Bag of Marbles at the Savage Combat of 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Now, Akabiko would be great if I get something like Eviscerate on turn 1. Or he might just give me a lot of other cards. I think my deck is okay. It's not amazing, but it is okay. I think I'm going to risk the Akabiko. Your first attack each combat is 8 additional damage. Alright. I can't afford the Ori, but I could take the Terror. Let's also grab Sucker Punch. Finisher. Finisher is interesting if I had more attacks or more shivs. Escape Plan is a solid card draw card. Let's take the Escape Plan. Fine. Okay. Alright. I'm very happy I saved the gold. I would have been very upset if I did not save the gold, if I took the White Beast Statue. Upgrade the Terror, neutralize, Escape Plan, Dagger Throw. Let's upgrade the Dagger Throw to deal slightly more damage with it. And neutralize upgrade might not be a bad idea for the upcoming elite either. We got Decay and Kunai. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. Okay. And then here I got the Lice. Yeah, Akabiko Strike is enough to get rid of, I guess, it doesn't matter which one you. And then I can do neutralize, double defend, and then terror for good measure. Okay. And then here I can do dagger throw and eviscerate. Beautiful. Alright, Sucker Punch, Piercing Wheel, Accuracy. I don't think I'll take these 2. Piercing Wheel might be a solid defensive card, or at least it'll help me not take too much damage. Here, let's do Backflip. I was hoping for an Eviscerate, did not get that. That's fine. Let's do a Strike, and then Survivor Out the Regret. Okay. And then here, Terror, Strike 1, Neutralize. Unfortunately, I'm going to take some damage here. That's fine. And then just need to do a little bit of damage here. Beautiful. Alright, got a Colorless Potion, another Dagger Throw. So here's the question. Am I going to try to go for Collective Assist, or should I try to go for Handler? I already have 2 curses, so that's 1 more than I wanted to have. I think the only way to get a really high score is to go for Highlander, right? Is that right? I hope so. So yeah, let's avoid the dagger throw and the piercing well. I guess I'll take out maneuver, though I don't think it really works in this deck, but fine. Alright, this is why I wanted to take the eviscerate, because now it deals, what is that, 56 damage? No, wait, it was more than that. Hang on, it was 26 times 3? That should be... Oh, it's 90, or it's 86 damage. Yeah. Alright. At Tiny Chest, every fourth question mark room is a treasure room. Do I want that? No, actually, because I want... Well, doesn't matter. It will give me extra relics. And I'm guaranteed to get curses. Let's take it, sure. Set up all attack or slice. All attack for more discard is not a bad idea. Also, I wouldn't mind AoE damage. Alright, here I got the spike slime. A strike and neutralize is enough. Alright, beautiful. Let's outmaneuver for good measure. 6 incoming. Let's do terror, eviscerate. That is 48. Beautiful. Alright, got a regen push, which I probably don't need. Another backflip. I'm getting offered a lot of duplicates. I'm not happy with those. I would have loved another backflip. Let's take the infinite blades. Might not be a bad idea, especially because I have kunai. Right here, I would love to get the all attack early. Alright, no, that would be too amazing. Alright, let's get rid of you with a strike, you with another strike, and then I can do let's do neutralize, doesn't matter which one, and then survivor. Okay. And then not too late for that all attack to help me. Nope. Alright, let's do tear, strike, defend, and outmaneuver. Okay. Unfortunately, next turn I'm weakened, so now the all attack won't be enough. Actually, no, with the extra strength, it is enough. Beautiful. Alright, footwork, catalyst, dagger throw. This is the third dagger throw I'm offered, which means Ectomenosis might have been really tempting. Alright, next upgrade. Should I upgrade the footwork or the infinite blades? I think the infinite blades upgrade might be good. Although I don't have extra card draw, and I do have vulnerability on turn 1, so it did make my opening hand slightly worse. And I'm going to lose the perfect here. Actually, no, I think I'm fine if I do footwork, strike, infinite blades, and then all attack together with the decay there. Okay. Eviscerate is a good amount of damage. Can I gain the terror by any chance? No. Well, let's do Shiv, then strike, and yeah, I think I'll do Eviscerate. Yeah, 51 is not the best split value, but I hope it'll be fine. Oh, okay. All of them are attacking me. Both of them are. Let's see what the colors pushing gives me. Hand of Greed is good. 22. I need 26, right? So the Terror Hand of Greed would be enough for one of them. What about the other? Let's do backflip first. Could do piercing. Ah, that's not even enough, right? How do I do this? Well, yeah, let's do Terror, Shiv, then Hand of Greed. Okay. And then I can do... Oh, one defend is enough. I don't need to do the piercing well. Okay. Actually, I could have gained extra gold with the Hand of Greed if I played the strike first. I didn't think of that. All right, let's play the attacks here. And I probably should have skipped one of the attacks because I'm transforming at 24, which is not the best split value, but I think that should still be fine, right? Let's do a strike here. And I'll be frail next turn, but I think 24 should be doable. All right, not quite, but it's okay. All right, had to use a potion. I think that's totally fine. All attack is enough, right? Beautiful. All right, perfect everything so far. We got an explosive potion. The duplicate curse, or no, the curse I got was a shame, so that's still unique. And I think I'll go for Popper. I don't think I need any of these. That might have been okay. Ooh, Calling Bell. I'm pick up obtaining unique curse and 3 relics. That's really good. That gives me Curse of the Bell as well as Maw Bank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. Paper Crane. Enemies with weak deal 40% less damage rather than 25. And Dead Branch, which is amazing. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card into your hand. So now I already have 4 curses. I have to try desperately to remove at least 1 curse. And I think I'll try to do that at the shop, which is coming up pretty late. So that's good. Should allow me a chance to accumulate some extra gold. I do have Maw Bank, yeah. Alright, let's start with Footwork Backflip. Too bad I can't do the Eviscerate. Let's just defend here and accept a little bit of damage. Right. And then here, I could do Akabika All Attack. That seems really good. Let's do it. I was hoping it would hit one of the curses. It did not. Let's get rid of the Regret here, then do a Ski Plan and a Shiv. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Dead Branch. Could have played the 1,000 Cuts, although I don't think that would have made a big difference. Let's do Shiv, neutralize, play these strikes, and yeah, just need to deal, what is that, 11? Yeah, 11 plus 2. Okay. Alright, Dash, Dagger, Spray, Tear. With the extra strength, actually no, Dash is really good for block. I was going to take the Dagger Spray because it would deal a lot of damage, and it's AoE damage, but I think Dagger Spray is better. Do I want to take the Ritual Dagger to try to get overkill, because I am not guaranteed to get it otherwise. On the other hand, I also could grab the gold. Let me grab the gold, and then... So first of all, Ritual Dagger is not guaranteed to get me overkill. And second of all, I'm hoping to get Corpse Explosion from a dead branch, ideally. Let's do Escape Plan here, then Dagger Throw. Okay. Then Neutralize, Backflip. I think I'll just do Strike and Infinite Blades. Okay. Yeah, I'm only losing 1 HP. I think that's fine. Alright, another 10. There's the Eviscerate. That's pretty good. Let me get rid of the Regret first, then do a cheaper Eviscerate. Oh, that's actually enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, Crippling Cloud, Dagger Throw. This could have been my 3rd Dagger Throw, right? I think Crippling Cloud is good. I have the energy. Skewer might have been nice. I have lots of strength. But I'm hoping that the weakness will help. And then the poison's not bad either. This deals 93 damage already. That's awesome. Alright. And then I think I'll do Defend here. I'll lose a little bit of HP, but I think that's fine. Here, let's do Crippling Cloud, Neutralize, Footwork. Yeah, might as well do Malaise. Okay. And then just need to deal a little bit of damage here. Beautiful. Alright, Noxious Fumes, Riddle with Oaths with all the extra strength, or Dagger Spray with all the extra strength. So right now, this will be 35. This is only 20. Yeah, let's take the Riddle with Oaths. Okay. I already had a Shame, right? Do I want to take... You know what? I might need relics. Let's take the Shame and then try to remove that duplicate Shame. We got Urkalku if you enter to him with that block in 6 block. And then here I can upgrade... I think Neutralize would be a good upgrade because of the Paper Crane. Yeah, let's upgrade the Neutralize here. A Terror might also be a good upgrade because it exhausts with that wrench. Alright, here I got the Book of Stabbing with 12 incoming and nothing I can do, right? Let me see if I get something amazing from Terror. Nope. Let me see if I get something amazing from Skill Potion. Ooh. I do have Orichalcum, so the Malaise might be really nice. And then I could have even considered playing the Infinite Blades, but this is fine. The Orichalcum should help. -3 strength is also really good. Alright, let's do Dagger Throw. Probably should do Eviscerate here, right? Yeah, let's do Eviscerate and then a Strike. Okay. And then 10 incoming. Do I have enough? I do not, unless I draw a defensive card. Oh, but that's still not enough because of the decay. Can I deal enough damage? I can. Beautiful. Perfect this one. Lucky. We got Art of War. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, get additional energy next turn and another Explosive Potion. I already have the Piercing Whale. I don't think I need accuracy. Let's take the Well-Laid Plants. That's a pretty good card. I wouldn't mind upgrading that Well-Laid Plants too. I think being able to save 2 cards would be much better than just 1. Alright, here I got Injury and Lantern, Sage with additional energy. Okay. And then here I got the Centurion and Mystic. I guess if I get lucky and somehow am able to get... Hang on, let's see what the backflip gives me. Just hoping for an Eviscerate, that's fine. If I can somehow get a Corpse Explosion from a dead branch, I will try to maybe... Well, let's see what happens here. Let's do Shiv. Yeah, I sort of needed a Corpse Explosion there. Let me do Dash, Defend, and Outmaneuver. Okay. I could have killed, but I'm hoping that one more Shiv might make something here. Let's do Shiv here. Yeah, no, I think it was gonna be very unlikely to be able to get something good here. So I think that's fine. Let's do Eviscerate this guy, and then get rid of the decay, and then I should be able to deal 8 damage next turn. Yeah, let's do Shiv and I'll attack. Okay. Had a block potion, which is probably better than a regen potion. I don't think I need it. Riddle with Holds number 2, I can't take that. Between these two, Acrobatics with all the extra energy I have is really nice. Oh man, the game really wants me to go for a Collective Bonuses, and I'm really rejecting it, I guess. So I don't think I can risk not removing a Duplicate Shame, because I do want to be able to also remove another Curse on Act 3. So yeah, let's remove the Duplicate Shame for now. Okay. And then, obviously, I'm not triggering the Mob Ink anymore. Let's grab a Cloak and Dagger, which is great. I already have this and this. Quick Sash is interesting. I don't think I could buy relics to get more, well, to get Eye Like Shiny, to make Eye Like Shiny more likely. I already got the Stuff modifier, right? So I don't need the max HP. Probably don't need Meal Ticket either. This is too expensive. I should buy 1 relic. Let's grab the Meal Ticket when we enter a shop with 15 HP. I also am tempted to grab a Power Potion because that might give me a Wraith form. And then Quick Slash is pretty good, and I think that's fine. Let's save the gold for Act 3. Okay. Right, here I got Snicko. Let's do Escape Plan. See what the Terror gives me. Doppelganger. That's not bad. Let's do Well-Laid Plants, Doppelganger, and wait. Okay. And yeah, I think I'll save these 2. I could have played the Atlas Agony. Did not think I would get a 0-cost card there. Okay. Right, 15 incoming. Those are a lot of high-cost cards. Alright, let's do Infinite Blade, Sentinel's Agony, the Strike. Okay. And see what the backflip gives me. Good thing I have energy. Crippling Cloud gives me a skewer. That is 18 times 5. That's enough to kill. Let's do it. Come. Alright, Caltrops Adrenaline would be great, but no, I do have some poison with the Crippling Cloud, but I don't think it's worth the Bane. I definitely don't need Caltrops. Let's take the Bane just because with the extra strength, it might actually be good if I get it after getting the Crippling Cloud. Alright, so here, horrible start. At least I can deal 20 damage. Okay. And I'm frail next turn too, great. Okay. And then here, let's do Dagger Throw, get rid of the Regret, then do a Shiv. Then Eviscerate, which means I can't do the Riddle with Thoughts. Hang on, this is 40, this is 42, so slightly more. So yeah, let's do Eviscerate here. And then a Neutralize. Okay. And then I would like the All Attack. Did not get that. Let's do Acrobatics first. Okay. I could do Crippling Cloud and Shiv. That would be enough, right? And then, ooh, I got an Adrenaline from Dead Branch. That's beautiful. Oh, man, I can't do Corpse Explosion here. Well, I can't use Corpse Explosion to get overkilled, but this is fine. It allows me to not have to worry about this fight anymore. Yep. Alright. Got an Attack Potion. That is... Okay, wait. So I don't have the Elite coming up. Let's get rid of the Explosive Potion. I was saving it for the Slavers fight. The Attack Potion might be better for the boss fight. Distraction, I will take it only because it exhausts. The Dagger Spray was still really tempting. And I think here I'll upgrade the Tear as well because it exhausts as well, right? Alright. So, Collector, let's see what I can do against you. Not a great start. Oh, man, lots of things I want to play. I mean, Eviscerate is 99 damage, so that, I think, is worth it. It doesn't mean I can't play the Crippling Cloud, but I think that's fine. Let's do Infinite Blades, Eviscerate. I am tempted to see what the Attack Potion gives me. Yeah, a free Riddle with Holds is fine for another 60. Okay, alright. That's a lot of damage for turn 1. And I defend against turn 2, though. I only have the Shiv that exhausts, which is unfortunate. Let's do Neutralize the Backliner. See what the Quick Slash gives me. Yeah, no. Let's see what the Shiv gives me. Choke. A little too late for that, so I have to get a Wraith Form here. Did not get that, so I don't think there's anything I can do, right? Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Even if I somehow didn't target the Backliner, but only target the minions, I still would have not been anywhere near being able to break this one. So yeah, just got a little unlucky on turn 2. Okay. I even had a Power Potion to try to save something, but that didn't help. Alright, let's do Prepared. Probably don't need this. Let's do Escape Plan, Well-Laid Plans, Shiv. Yeah, I could do Bouncing Flask, why not? And then All Attack. Okay. Alright. And then here, not being attacked, that's fine. Get rid of the actually, I probably should have gotten rid of the Regret, huh? And then see what the Distraction gives me. Leg Sweep is great. Okay. And then I'll do Backflip. Yeah, taking a little bit of damage from the Regret. Let's save the Burst and the Dash. I don't need much to kill the Backliner. That might make a difference, right? 100 points lost from not missing, or not perfecting this boss. Honestly, I don't think I really stood a chance though, right? Right, here, that's a bunch of damage there. And then a Strike and another Shiv is enough. Beautiful. Okay, alright, fine. No chance really to perfect this one. I got a Normality. Okay, and as much as I like to get the Corpse to try to get overkill, I think I'll skip it because I still would like to remove a curse on the Act 3 shop. Alright, here, I think Coffee Dripper is totally fine. I don't think I need the extra energy, but it doesn't hurt. So let's take it, gain energy. Actually, Slaver's Collar is the same thing, but just better. Yeah, let's take Slaver's Collar. Doing boss and lead combats, get extra energy at the start of your turn. Because I already have enough energy, so this just gives me extra energy without any downsides, which is good. Alright, the shop is very late. I am seriously considering skipping the treasure chest to increase the chances of... Actually, I have another treasure chest because of tiny chests, right? If I skip it, I will increase the chance of getting Highlander and Curses. Which I might need at this point, right? Alright, Riddle with Holds is so much damage. Okay. Dash is not enough. Alright, let's do... Actually, I think even without Akibiko, this should be enough, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Survivor the Decay. Then do Dash to get rid of this guy with Akibiko. And then do Riddle with Holds to get rid of this guy and not have to worry about any incoming. And now I can just deal with the Repulsor at my leisure. Okay. Alright, I can just do Quick Slash and a regular Strike. Beautiful. Alright, Dagger Spray. Now I think I'm ready to take a Dagger Spray. Let's do it. Okay. Here I got the Orb Walker with 15 incoming. Yeah, I can be good. Dagger Spray is great. Let's do it. And then a Strike and All Attack is enough. Awesome. Alright, Crippling Cloud. I already have that, right? Same with the... Actually, I already have all 3 of them. Alright, well, have to skip this, I guess. Do wonder if I had taken the apparitions, if I would have had a chance against the boss. I might have, right? Let's do acrobatics first. Get rid of this. And then do... Let's see what the terror gives me. Okay, predator. That's not bad. I can do dash and then predator. Not playing the infinite blades as much as I like, which is unfortunate because I do want to trigger the dead wrench with all the shivs. Alright, here let's do escape plan. Survivor. Then eviscerate. That's 45. That is enough to get rid of this guy and avoid taking too much damage. And then let's do Cloak and Dagger because that way I'll lose much less damage too. Okay. Alright. And then here, Riddle Throws is 45 and all attack is enough. Beautiful. Alright, got a duplication potion, set up, catalyst, dodge and roll. I mean, I don't have a lot of poison, but this does exhaust, and hopefully I'll be able to get some poison soon. So I will risk opening this treasure chest. I got a Wraith, that's a unique curse, as well as Periapt and pick up raise from extra by 10. But I think the next treasure chest, I will skip that one, because I don't want to get another curse, ideally. Alright, let's do Infinite Blade, strike on all out attack. Alright, not taking any damage here. Having 7 extra strength also is very helpful. 40 incoming. Let's see what this gives me. Get rid of the shame. Alright, let's do Bouncing Flask. I would love to do the Catalyst, but actually, yeah, I'm fully dependent, so let's do Catalyst over the Bane. Okay. I get another Catalyst? No, I need to get like 2 more Catalysts, which might be hard to pull off. Alright, I'm fully defended here. Let's see if I can maybe... Yeah, let's get rid of a few cards so the Regret doesn't deal too much damage. Okay. 36. Let's do Shiv and then Backflip. I think I'll try to play as many things that exhaust to try to get another Catalyst, but well, I would have to get 2 more Catalysts, which might be hard to pull off. Okay. And then last turn here, let's do a Shiv, Quick Slash, Dagger Throw. There's a No, Crippling Cloud is not enough. Alright, fine. Oh, yeah, I'm fully defended. Okay, alright. No chance to getting overkill here. We got an Entropic Brew, which is great, and Blade Dance. That is amazing, both for the Kunai and the Dead Branch. And that one is also pre-upgraded. Okay, next let's upgrade. Should I upgrade the Cloak and Dagger for 1 extra trigger of the Dead Branch? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. And it's also a good amount of block. Right, here I got the Jawworms. Okay. Alright, let's start off with Backflip. Okay, Infinite Blades. I could... Hang on. Only 31 damage. I have 24 incoming. Let's do Piercing Wail. And then, yeah, I think I'll just do a defend. Let's do another defend. I'm hoping to save the Akabiko for maybe Dagger Spray or the all-out attack. Alright, only 17 incoming here. Let's hope I can get... Nope, did not get the AoE damage I wanted. Alright, let's do Terror here, then a Strike, then another Strike. And then Willied Plants, Neutralize, Shiv, and... Ooh, Storm of Steel is great. Okay. And this way I can save the Dagger Spray for next turn. Okay. And then here, let's do Shiv, Slice, Dagger Spray, and a Strike. That's enough. Beautiful. Alright, Bane Backstab. Backstab is not a bad idea. It does exhaust on turn 1, so that's good. So remember how I said I was going to skip... Oh, this was not even the planned treasure chest. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's a duplicate normality. So now, well, I'll take the Regal Pillow whenever you rest an additional 15 HP. Now, this one I will definitely skip. Out of curiosity, I'm going to check what was in there, but I am going to reload, even if it's a unique curse. It is a duplicate curse. It is also Preserved Insect, which would have been great against the boss. But no, let's against the elite, I mean. But no, let's reload this one and not open the treasure chest. Also, I guess I'm missing out on 50 gold, so I hope that's not going to come back to hurt me. Right. Yeah, here I got the Writhing Math. I could get another curse, man. Collector bonuses would have been so much better. It would be a unique curse, but no. Let's try to desperately avoid that curse. Let's do Infinite Blades, Riddle with Holds Attack Akabiko, which is almost enough to kill. And then, is this enough to kill? No. But it might give me a curse, so I'm not going to play the Backstab. I will happily accept some damage here. And then here, let's do Blade Dance, play these Shivs, and that should be enough. Beautiful. Alright, Deflect, Dagger Throw, prepared. I already have this. Between Deflect and Prepare, Deflect is not horrible with Kunai. Yeah, let's take the Deflect. Okay. Alright, and then here, let's upgrade, what? Backstab, because it's always in my opening hand. And I think the last upgrade should be the Riddle with Holds. Alright, here I got the Nemesis, 18 incoming. Dash is not quite enough. Can I kill here? Actually, no, but I can't. Hang on, this is 60 damage. That's pretty good, right? Let me do Dagger Spray first, then Backstab. See what that gives me. Fantastic Killer. Alright, so I think to be able to perfect this one, I have to duplicate the dash. Okay. And then let's do Phantasm Killer and Infinite Blades. Alright. And hope I don't get attacked next turn. Nope. Instead, I got the big attack. There's not much I can do. Let me see if I can somehow get... I guess Wraith Form is my only hope, right? They're not getting any of those. There's nothing else. Well, Doppelganger Exhaust, but then I don't have energy to do anything else. Let's do Dagger Throw. I have so much strength, right? Because I have double damage with the Phantasm Killer. Alright, can I do something here with, Footwork and Backflip? Not really, right? Unless... Hang on. So, let me do Backflip. Okay, Distraction. Wait, how many cards do I have? Yeah, I should have enough space here. Outmaneuver Malaise would give me weakness. That would be pretty good with the Paper Crane. So I think I'll do Survivor, then Malaise. It's down to 26. So, and I got a Wraith Form a little too late. I will drink the Block Potion here. So I am spending a lot of potions, but was able to perfect this turn. And then here I should be able to deal 31 damage fairly easily, right? Quick Slash and a Bane. Beautiful. Alright, we got Strike Dummy cards containing Strike, deal 3 additional damage as well as an attack potion, and I already have these two. Let's take the finisher with the Blade Dance. It's not a bad idea to have. And then here I do want to first remove the duplicate normality. And it's going to basically, so I have one unique curse, or one curse I can't get. So I have 6 curses I could get, and there are 10 total. So there's only a 40% chance of me getting Highlander, but I will give it a try. And I don't think I can get, yeah, I definitely can't get enough cards, right? So I already have this, this, and this, so it's only 3 cards I could take, which I don't want to do. No way to get Alex Shining either. I think Frozen Eye might be really good, though. When viewing the drop pile, the cards are not shown in order. That might help me quite a bit. And then, you know what? Let's also grab Swift Potion or Gambler's Rule. Let's take the Swift Potion because I have the Frozen Eye. And I don't know if I need anything else here. Finesse, you know what? It's not it's not bad. Let's take it. Okay. Alright, here I just got a regular fight. Time-wise, yeah, I've been playing very quickly. That's what happens when you have a lot of strength. Let's do Backstab here. Ooh, Choke is great. I can do Blade Dance. Deal a lot of damage with those. Okay. Alright, there's a Corpse Explosion, which I unfortunately don't really need. Let's do Glass Knife. And then, yeah, let's do Infinite Blades too. Yeah, that was actually a really good turn. Dealt a lot of damage there. Okay. 25. Eviscerate is not quite enough. Let's see what the shift gives me. Nothing useful. Alright, let's do Eviscerate. And then I guess I'll take a bunch of damage here. Okay. Another 10. Let's do Neutralize, Shiv. And yeah, sure, let's do Poison Stab. Might as well. Okay. And then just need to deal 14 damage, so any attack a Shiv would be... No. Wait. Oh, right, because I was weakened. It was not enough. Got a Dex Potion, which I'll skip. Tools of the Trade, Setup, Outmaneuver. I already have this. This is a rare card. I don't think I need Setup, and there's obviously no way to get Encyclopedian, so I'll skip this. And then here, last upgrade, should that be the Aerodactyls or even the Acrobatics? No, let's do the Aerodactyls. Okay. Yeah, maybe the Acrobatics would have been good because I do have lots of energy with the Slaver's Collar. Alright, so 20 incoming. Let me look ahead when the normality is coming up. Not anytime soon, but relatively soon. What do I have coming up here, actually? Almost no defensive cards, but I do have some. So I think I'll start with the Backstab. No, do I have anything better? No, that's fine. Yeah, let's do Backstab, see what that gives me. Afterimage, that's really good. Let's do the Afterimage. Then drink the Swift Potion. Then do Dagger Throw. Get rid of the Shame. Then do Finesse. And then I have a block here. So that's 10. That's not quite enough. Let's gain extra Dex first. So that's 12 plus 5. With the Afterimage, that should be enough, right? Beautiful. Alright, fully defended. Okay. Well, that's only one turn. 26. Okay, so normality. I still have some time. Let's see what the Shiv gives me. All attack is interesting, but it might discard something I don't want discarded. Let's see what the attack potion gives me. Choke, Flechette, or Merciful Stab. I think Choke just deals the most damage. Let's take it. Okay. And then do another strike to get extra dex. Okay. Now I can do Backflip. It's 11. Deflect. It's 18. So one defend is enough. So I think I'll do Well-Laid Plans and then Finisher. That deals more damage. Okay. And I'm just barely fully defended. And I also could drink the Entropic Brew. Let's do that. Alright, that's a lot of upgrade potions. Now, there's a normality coming up, and I don't have a good way to discard it. So next turn I might have trouble. But let's first get through this turn. So I think Neutralize would bring it out from 13 to 40% less than 13. How much is 40% of 13? So that's, that is 55 less, so 8 times 2, whereas Piercing Whale should be 7 times 2, if I didn't miscalculate. So I think it makes more sense to do Neutralize first, then do Piercing Whale. Okay. So bounce class that I don't think I need. Escape Line would give me a skill. Hang on, can I gain extra dex by doing Shiv and a Strike first? Yes. Then do Escape Plan. Okay, I think I should be good. Distraction gives me a setup, which I could use to set up the Piercing Whale for some block next turn. Because, actually, no, I have Survivor next turn. I should be fine. I could get rid of the Normality. Okay. Still, might not be a bad idea to set up the Piercing Whale. Yeah, let's set up the Piercing Whale. Can I deal a lot of damage next turn? Yeah, somewhat. So I think I'll do Riddle Withholds. And then Phantasmal Killer. Okay, beautiful. And then save these two. Alright. Okay, I should also drink the Blessing of Forge. I have it, so might as well use it. Yeah, sure, let's drink it now. Actually, maybe once I play the shifts. Hang on, let's drink it now. It's fine. I have 2 of those, so I should be fine. Let's get rid of the Normality. Then do a Shiv. All attack is better, right? Yeah, I'll use all attack. Let's target this guy with the Shiv. Then do Blade Dance. Alright, I got an Endless Agony, which is great. I got Dagger Spray, which is great. I got Riddle Withholds, which is enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, perfect this one. No real chance against the Act 2 boss. Did I have a doubt? I don't think I did. I think I was able to get Highlander Curses with a total of 8 curses in the end. That is kind of nice. I'm very happy with that. So 1230, not as high of a score as I hoped it would be. So I perfected all the elites and all the... Oh, I guess I missed the Act 2 boss. That was my problem. I was able to get Highlander Curses. Was able to get Pauper, money. So I'm glad that the 50 gold I wasn't able to get from skipping the treasure chest didn't make a difference. Not close to getting Insignidian. I still needed to buy 4 more cards, which might have been doable. I guess if I decided to go for Collectibles, I did remove, what, 3 curses? And, well, actually, I removed 2 curses and I skipped a curse. So, yeah, I had 3 less. And then I also skipped the apparitions. So if I decided to go for Collectibles, I would have had at least 1 on the apparitions. I probably would have had 1 on the Dagger Throw. That's the only 2 I can think of, though. So if you were able to get more than 3 Collectibles, you made up more points than I got with my Highlander. Lightspeed was easy with all the extra strength. And, yeah, having those apparitions might have allowed me to perfect the Act 2 boss, too, though. So 1330 would have been doable. 1330 would have had me tied with Pelts in the Dark at 8th place. But as it stands now, I am... Wait, it's not 22nd, right? I guess I'm tied for 19th place. So it's still technically top 100, top 20. But yeah, ultimately missed out on the Act 2 boss. And yeah, honestly, no real chance there. I do wonder if... So if I had perfected the Act 2 boss, where would I have been able to get another 25 points? Probably from Overkill, right? If I had maybe taken Corpse Explosion. If I didn't worry about Highlander, I would have taken the Corpse Explosion, tried to get Overkill on Act 3, and then removed it. I wonder if it was possible to get more than 3 collector bonuses. I guess if you get collectibles on curses, although I didn't see that many duplicate curses. So yeah, I am interested. Let me know in the comments who did. This was a very fun run. So even though I didn't do too well, I'm very happy with this. So yeah, let me know in the comments. It's the real scores from yesterday. Alright, so yesterday was a defect run with the draft, vintage, and binary modifiers, and Pelts did really well with 1379. Congratulations. Spring got 1363 in the top 20. So Spring mentioned that he perfected 6 of the 6 elites, and I do wonder if that means that somehow Spring and others were able to get Wingboot somewhere, because there are only 5 elites offered for me. So that would explain why he and Pelts were able to get a high score. But yeah, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if that was a typo. But yeah, Spring was able to perfect all the elites and all the bosses. Spring and a few others also were offered the normality event on Act 3, which I didn't get, and as a result we were able to get money as well as Highlander, Overkill, Stuffed, Pauper, but Spring did miss the slow debuff, or the time modifier, because of playing very slow. He mentioned he had a turtle deck, which I personally enjoy, and he enjoyed as well. He ended up in the final fight with 4 focus potions as well as an entropy brew, so that made the final fight very easy, especially with calipers, right? But yeah, I think that would also explain why getting the light speed or even the speedster modifier would be difficult. That's usually what happens when you go for a turtle deck. Still, great score from Spring. Congratulations. Next, you have Cosmino tied with Gemino for 19th place with 1329. Hadn't seen Cosmino in a while. Happy to see him in the top 20. Gemino perfected 4 of the 5 elites, missed the Nemesis just like me. Was able to get all the bosses. Went for an early question mark room on, or the path with the early question mark rooms on Act 3, and was able to get the normality event as well. So was able to get money, and then also was able to, because of that, have enough gold to be able to buy enough cards to get to Librarian as well. But did not get the Lightspeed modifier, only got Speedster, got Overkill, Pauper, and the Stuff modifier as well. So pretty good score there. And then next you have Alex with 2 points less with 1327. Alex perfected all the elites, so one more than me. Congratulations. He did mention that he had to reload the Nemesis fight a few times to be able to perfect that one. Got all the bosses, Highlander, Money with the normality event as well. Also, interestingly, Alex had got a paint from the card gremlin, which is interesting because I did not get that event. Was able to get Overkill, Popper, Stuffed, missed the Librarian modifier, just like me. Enjoyed the very thin deck. So yeah, it was a fun change of pace yesterday to have a thin deck. And next you have me here with 1306. I perfected 4 of the 5 elites. As I mentioned, I missed the Nemesis. Got all the bosses. Did have to reload the Act 2 boss to be able to perfect that one. Overkill and Lightspin modifier, just barely. As well as Popper and Stuff, thanks to Singing Bowl. But yeah, only ended up with 22 cards, so no chance of getting Librarian whatsoever. And I think the Thin deck did help me perfect things. And then next you have Goldberry with 1287. Goldberry perfected all the elites and all the bosses. Was able to get Overkill, but missed the Lightspin modifier by a few seconds. And yeah, that explains. Probably wasn't able to get the Stuffed or some other modifier. That explains the almost 25 point difference too. Then next you have Roland here with 1281. Cyberfox got 1258. The Dark got 1254. And I think that's it for top 100. Yeah, that was it for yesterday. Let me know in the comments what you did for today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.